Get ready, because we're going to take a little journey through Frisco, Texas, where the charm of a friendly community just meets beautiful Mother Nature. We're going to talk about everything from the many, many parks here in Frisco to the lakes and all the water activities you can enjoy. So grab your cup of coffee, sit back, because here we go. So if y'all aren't familiar with Frisco, Texas, I wanted to give y'all a little information about just the nature that's here and just the beautiful scenery you can see in Frisco. It's kind of a blend of all the modern amenities and just the stunning, gorgeous landscape here. In the summer, I just think the grass seems a lot greener, the sky is a lot bluer, and the landscaping is so gorgeous. You have lush parks and tranquil parks and just so many other things that you can explore here. So many surprises to find. You've got serene trails and beautiful gardens, so Frisco is just waiting to be explored, and that's what we're going to do today. There's a ton of hidden gems here in Frisco. There's tranquil waters that just kind of invite you to just go enjoy the water, maybe do some boating, some fishing, or just relax. And you can just enjoy the gorgeous flowers too, like the bluebonnets and the Indian paintbrush. Those are two of my absolute favorites. I love the colors of both of those, and I think they're absolutely gorgeous. I love it when you're driving down the freeway or the toll and you just see them along the side of the road. They are so gorgeous. Not to mention also the magnolia trees. The smell of the magnolias is so fragrant. That's one of my favorite flowers too. I do like a lot of flowers, but I love the smell of magnolias. So whether you just want a moment of peace or just to connect with your family and loved ones, Frisco really is the perfect place to do that. Now let's talk about all the parks here and the recreational spaces. Let's start at Commons Park, where you can run, you can picnic, or maybe just relax. Or maybe you want to swing super high on the swing sets, just like you did when you were a kid, and just kind of go back to that childhood awesomeness and just wonder. You could enjoy a game of volleyball or basketball and just sit back and enjoy the laughter and all the wonderful memories you're going to be making. Next, maybe you want to head to Arbor Hills Natural Preserve. That is a mouthful. It's about 200 acres, and that's in Plano, which is just right next door to Frisco. You have about 3 miles of paved hiking, and then you also have about 3 miles of unpaved parking. And you can also go off-trail biking there too. You can just walk along the creekside path there, or you can even take a guided tour if that's what you would like to do. It is a natural preserve, so make sure you keep your eyes open and you look for any animals, there's snakes, maybe poison ivy, things like that. You definitely want to be alert, and make sure you take your bug spray. So natural areas like these just really help make you feel connected and just have the ability to make some wonderful memories. Next, we're going to talk about trails. Now you have so many different trails, whether you want to go biking or hiking or jogging. It really just depends on your personal preference and what you enjoy doing. Maybe you just want to walk along the scenic trails, maybe just enjoy nature, listen to the birds as they're chirping in the trees. Or maybe you want something just a little bit more. Maybe you want to go jogging. There's a lot of neighborhood trails where you can go jogging on the paths and it just winds through the neighborhoods. Those are always a nice place to go. I enjoy those a lot, and I do that a lot. You'll see people out there hiking, they may be just strolling, they may be walking their dogs, all kinds of different things. And people are really friendly when you're on the paths, and most people are gonna nod and say hi or do a little casual wave so you see them. I think these paths just really help you slow down so you can just take a deep breath and actually look around you and, as they say, smell the flowers and just enjoy all the natural scenery that is here. Now let's talk about some of the hidden gems. I didn't know a couple of these, so I was pretty interested in these. One of them is Limestone Quarry. It looks like just a normal park. You're gonna have swings and play sets and everything. But if you go down this little path through the trees, it takes you to a little water hole where you can go swimming, and the water is just really clear and blue and you can just enjoy it. But make sure you wear your water shoes because the limestone rocks can be really sharp. And so you want to make sure you either have your tennis shoes on or some water shoes so that your feet are protected. Next, you have Bicentennial Park, and it was recently remodeled. I don't know, do you say that about a park? Maybe it was recently renovated. They've got zip lines there and play structures and tall swings and merry-go-rounds and all kind of fun things like that. They also have a basketball court there and a street hockey rink, and they even have a covered pavilion that has some picnic tables there. So if you want to get out of the sun, you can go into the covered pavilion and just kind of relax. Next, you have Shepherd's Glen Spray Park. And that's just a little spray park to just get away from the heat, take your kids on a hot summer day. It's usually not too crowded, so that's a great place to go. And they also do have the covered pavilion there too. So if you need to get out of the heat, want to get the kids out of the heat, you can always go under the covered pavilion. Now we have J.R. Newman Park and Splash Pad. So that's a splash park in West Frisco. They've got a playground and a splash pad and a basketball court, but they also have this thing called Poems, and it has different poems that are written out that you can read to your kids. I think that's such a great idea. Whoever thought of that, that was genius in my opinion. Hey, if y'all are finding value in my videos, can you do me a favor? Click that subscribe button and hit that bell, and you get notified every time I post a new video. Now let's get back to it. Next, we're going to talk about the lakes and the water activities. We've got Lake Lewisville, which is one of the largest in North Texas. It's over 29,000 acres, so it is huge. You can go fishing there, swimming there, you can go skiing, you can hang out on the beach, you can go camping there as well. And they also have hiking and biking trails. They also have, it's kind of near the center of the lake, it's called Party Cove, and it's kind of fun to go there because you have all these boats that hook up together, or maybe they're all just hanging out there. There's music going on, people are swimming, you've got people singing and just having a great time. Are y'all ready to explore one more lake? Let's talk about Grapevine Lake. Now that one is about 8,000 acres. You can go fishing there, you can go boating there, you can go camping, whether you want to go camping in your tent or whether you have an RV that you want to take with you. And they also have hiking trails that you can go on. They also have a floating water park, which is about 25,000 square feet. It looks really cool. They have slides and a trampoline, and they even have an obstacle course there. That would be such a fun thing to do in the summer. So grab your sunscreen and head to one of the lakes that's close by. Trust me, you will not regret it. Next, we're going to talk about nature. You have the Wildlife Preserve here. It's over 38 acres, and you have walking trails, you have 2 ponds that you can go fishing in, and there's about 3 miles of just natural trails where you can go hiking or walking. Next, we have Boyd Park. That one is almost 10 acres. It's one of the newest ones because it was just completed in 2019. So they have fishing there in a pond, and then they also have a pier that you can fish off of. Then you have Cottonwood Creek Greenbelt. That's about 77 acres. There's a 2-mile walk trail there, and they also stock that pond so you can go fishing there. And then they have wildlife viewing platforms, so you can get up high and you can just explore and see some of the wildlife. And they also have some that you can go fishing off of. In 2018, they won I want to read this so I make sure I get it right, a Texas Recreation and Park Society Award for the best park design in the state in its population category. That's pretty cool. And they're open 30 minutes before sunrise, and then they close 30 minutes after sunset. Now there's 9 areas that you can fish at in Frisco, but make sure you know all the rules and regulations. So make sure you check out the Texas Wildlife and Parks regulations. Really important because you don't want to get in trouble for doing something that you didn't know you weren't allowed to do. So let's just do a little recap here of what we talked about in this video. We just talked about how there's so much natural beauty and just natural scenery here in Frisco that you can enjoy. We talked about the gorgeous flowers like the bluebonnets and the Indian paintbrush and the wonderful smell of the magnolias. We talked about some of the parks and the recreational spaces that are in Frisco. Then we talked about a lot of different trails where you can go hiking, biking, or jogging, whatever your preference is. And then we talked about some of the hidden natural gems. Make sure y'all check some of those out because some of them are absolutely gorgeous. Then we talked about a couple of the lakes that are close by where you can go boating or fishing or swimming and have a great time. And then we just talked a little bit about nature, about different ponds that you can go fishing at. Make sure you check out the regulations before you go. Thanks so much for joining me as we just talked about some of the natural beauty that's here in Frisco. I hope it inspired you to just take a closer look and come check out Frisco and see everything that Frisco has to offer. Grab your hiking boots, your fishing pole, or whatever else you want to do and get out there and start exploring. Every step takes you just a little bit closer to new memories and wonders. Are you ready to take that first step and start the journey of finding your new home in Frisco? Don't be shy. Give me a call, reach out to me. I'd love to help you on your journey. If y'all haven't done it yet, make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit that bell so you get notified every single time I post a new video. Thanks so much for watching my video, and I'll see you next time.